Hi, everyone. It's Don. Today, I'm here to tell you about the COVID-19 mission that we're going to have due in advanced social psychology this semester. Remember, this is replacing the research pre-proposal and the research proposal. We wanted to do something that was probably a little more realistic for you to spend your time on this semester, and something probably a little bit more relevant and interesting to the situations that we're all facing. So, as always, if you have questions about this, please come and talk to me, come to the Zoom office hours, send me an email, let's set up a chat. We want you to do well. We want this to be something that you find valuable. So we're making these guidelines available to you, and I'll walk you through them right now. So this is our COVID-19 mission report information. First of all, your mission is due, and you already know this from our reissued syllabus, is due as an upload to Canvas by midnight at the end of the day on Monday, April 20th. So you have about a week and a half to do this. The objective of this, so first of all, this worldwide pandemic has been affecting lots and lots of things. And it's not just the virus itself, but it's the social distancing and the quarantining, our move to remote teaching and remote learning, having to move back home for some of you. And this is illustrating a lot of social psychological theories that we have discussed. And when I use the term COVID-19 pandemic, I refer to all of those things. So it's not just the virus itself, it's a lot of the social effects that are produced as a result of the virus. So it might include things like hoarding toilet paper. It might include things like binge watching Tiger King. So there's a lot of different ways that the COVID-19 pandemic has affected all of our experiences. And this mission is an opportunity for you to explore how. So the objective of this mission is to use the principles we've discussed in class about research methods, helping in altruism, aggression, and or stereotyping, prejudice, and discrimination to better understand these challenging situations. And we've come up with 3 different options that you can choose to complete this mission, and we recommend that you choose wisely. So these are our 3 options. The first of these options is the COVID-19 altruism option. And here you get to use the theories and research presented in the class about helping behavior and altruism, along with reference to social events and information and your perceptions about the motivations for those events and information to argue for and against the existence of altruism through the COVID-19 pandemic. One of the things you probably remember is that we have a fairly inconclusive conclusion about whether or not altruism actually exists because it's really hard to find empirical evidence. What I'm going to let you do is use the evidence that you're seeing around you as your evidence to make a case for why it might exist or why it may not exist, and then to come to a conclusion about, based on this evidence, is altruism a thing? The second option is what we're calling the COVID-19 bad behavior option. Here again, you're going to use theories and research presented in the class, now though about aggression and prejudice, along with references to social events information, your perception of those events, to argue for how aggression and or prejudice may increase as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the virus, the social distancing, the perceptions, the information, the misinformation, how is all of this going to potentially result in bad behavior moving forward? Now, the third option is kind of a combination of the first 2. Here is the COVID-19 prophecy option. This is the one I'm actually personally most excited about. Here, you're going to use the theories to predict the positive and negative social outcomes that will happen in the coming months and years as they relate to pro-social changes, antisocial changes, and or intergroup relation. Basically, I want you to tell me, based on what you know about helping behavior and aggressive behavior and prejudice, is the COVID-19 pandemic going to have lasting effects on our society? And what are going to be those positive social effects and those negative social effects? And I want us considering this again using social psych theories as well as information around you to make the evidence for the prophecy that you're going to offer. There are 2 ways that you can submit these. And the first of these is the one I'm more excited about, and that's the video presentation. If you don't want to do that, it's completely, totally fine. But video presentations will be 3 to 6 minutes in duration. And outside that time duration, not going to work for us. But your video will be anything that gives us a clear and compelling visual description and understanding of your mission. It could be a recorded PowerPoint presentation. It could be a voiceover. It could be a YouTube video. It could be you talking into Zoom. There's lots of ways that you can do this. And you'll submit that video file to us or the link to YouTube to us. And if you have problems with that, Ashley or I can help you with that. The other way you can do this, and this might be a little bit more within your wheelhouse, something you're more comfortable with, something you have better access to in terms of your technological capabilities or lack thereof, is to write a single-spaced paper. Here, we're going to have 1 page, no more than 1 page. 1 page. You can include appendices if you want to, but you don't have to. But if you want to include pictures or data displays or screenshots of memes or something to show evidence for your stuff, you can do that beyond the page limit. Now, this mission is worth 75 points. This is worth more than the helping mission because remember, this is replacing some pretty big assignments, that research pre-proposal and the research proposal that were formerly big parts of this class. So this is worth 75 points. 10 points are going to be for the mission statement, 10 points for the justification for why you've chosen your mission, 15 points for the social psychological theories that this is based on, 20 points for the body of your arguments and prophecy, and 10 points for your conclusion statement, and the final 10 points for the quality of your statement. That gives us 75 points. Remember, this is a 1,000 point class, so that's 7.5% of your course grade. So the mission statement is a one-sentence summary, just one, of what you tried to achieve in this mission. So what did you try to accomplish? What question did you try to answer? And this should be detailed to your unique individual mission, not just to the general option that you chose. So I want it to be more tailored to what you wanted to do particularly, and not to the whole general question that that option has. Second, I'm interested in why you chose this COVID-19 mission option over the others. And I'd like you to focus more on why it was this one and less, and maybe even not at all, about why you didn't choose the others. So just make a strong case for why you picked to do what you did. Third, the social psychological theory. I want you to connect your mission explicitly and thoroughly to social psychological theories and methods discussed throughout this course. I don't want you to do it just because it's anecdotally true or it sounds like it might be interesting, but the content of this course, the theories we've discussed, the sets of findings we've talked about, how did that inspire the points that you made? And I want you to say what those are. So what I say here is be sure to name the theories or findings that you reference in your mission. It's got to be importantly connected to social psych theory. And it's more important to be really well connected to one or two than to be loosely connected to a bunch. So I want this to be kind of laser focused. This is what, this is why, this is how. Tell me exactly what it is, make it hard to miss. You do need to use, to earn the points, the names of the theories or the sets of finding or the bodies of research. You don't have to use APA style citations. You don't have to have a reference page. If we talked about it in the class, you make reference to them. Ashley and I are going to know what you're talking about. The next part is the body of your arguments or prophecy. This is worth the most. This refers to the body of your mission, the text or narration of the arguments, points, evidence, and or predictions that you're making. The grading here will be based on how well you made those points, how logical they are, and how compelling they are. I want to read this. I want to say, hey, that's a good point, and I want to believe you. So the extent to which I say, hey, that's a good point, and wow, I believe this person, that's going to compel your grading. Your conclusion statement, this is a one-sentence conclusion. Right at the end should be the last sentence of your main predictions and or arguments. This should be clear and compelling, and here's what you got to drop the mic. In my lab, we talk about stick in the landing. I really want you to nail the finish. I want this to be noteworthy. I want to be impressed. I want to walk away with saying, wow, that is amazing. I want to have that takeaway etched into the frontal lobe of my brain after my hippocampus has processed it. So I want this to be awesome. And then quality, I want this to be awesome throughout. So quality is going to be the grammatical statements that you make. If you do a video, can I see the video? Can I make it out? Is it blurry? Is it vague? Those kind of things. But really, it comes down to, was I wowed? And I want to be wowed. And I want to help myself be wowed. So what we have here, I think, are the guidelines for a really exciting opportunity to take the social events around us and apply them using theories we talked about all semester to personal experiences. I know I'm trying to understand what we're facing. I'm trying to understand what we're going through. We get to use theory to do that. And I'm going to give you up to 75 points for doing it in this class. If you have questions, please let me know. I want this to be a positive experience. I want you to successfully demonstrate your learning. I want you to earn lots and lots of points on this thing. So as I mentioned, Zoom office hours, please come. They're fun. I love seeing you. I want to stay connected. I want to hear your ideas. I want to be able to give you feedback. Do that. If you don't have Zoom or you don't want to do that and you want to send me an email, we can work over that too. But I really want you to do well, and I really want to have fun with this. I am thoroughly excited. And I know Ashley is too, because she told me, she said she wants you to rock her socks off. We are thoroughly excited to see what you come up with, and we want this to be a wonderful experience. So I'm really looking forward to what you choose and how you accomplish your COVID-19 missions. Take care.